Hey there everyone, this is cloudchief. In today's video I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about Geas Fete. Geas Fete is a battle system that takes place in the two Escha zones and in the Reisenjima zone. The system is actually pretty simple once you know how to do it. So there are question marks littered across all these zones, and you can pop any of these NMs from any of these question marks as long as you have the key item to pop the NM, and then you need another key item, either a Tribu lens, which allows you to pop one NM, or a radio lens, which allows you to pop unlimited NMs within an hour. After an hour's time, the radio lens will wear off. Or if you leave the zone, the radio lens will wear off. The Tribu lens, though, will last until the next NM pop that you pop. However, if you have a radio lens, you won't lose your Trib. You can obtain the Trib or the Rad, as they're nicknamed, from any of the starting NPCs that are right by the zone. So as soon as you zone in, you can talk to them, request key item, and then you can pick one or both of them up. I highly recommend, if you're planning on popping 4 or more NMs in a short period of time, that you pick up the radio lens. Radio lens costs 10,000 slit. Tribulation costs 1,000 slit for the first time you buy it. If you pop a second NM, though, within a short amount of time, the price is going to continually increase on the Trib. So it just doesn't make sense, considering the price increase, to do more than 4 NMs without a Rad. You're just going to save more time, so you're not navigating the menu. Plus, it's just going to end up being cheaper once you start getting into more than 5 NMs within a short period of time. To get the notorious monster pops, there are all kinds of different items that are used for the NMs. Typically, the tier 1s will all be the same type of item, but sometimes it can be multiple items can be used. Like example, for Escha Zi'Tah, tier 1s, you could trade 2 silk cloth, or 2 buffalo leather, or 2 gold ingots, or 1 flame blade, or 6 fish myth kebabs, and that's just some of the items. And then you can pick any one of the tier 1 pops, and then you can just continually trade, 2 or 6 or 1 of these items, whatever item it was, and keep picking up all the pops until you have all the pops. If this is your first time really using this battle system, you will only be able to pop tier 1s for any one specific zone until you clear out all the tier 1s. Then you can do all the tier 2s, then you can do the tier 3s, and so on. You have to, have gone through whatever tier, all the mobs, before you can pop the next tier. However, you can still help with someone who can pop higher tier mobs. So you could have someone else who's fully cleared and can pop everything, and you haven't popped anything, and still help with their fight and also get credit for it. Whenever you kill one of these NMs, you're guaranteed to get one of the big drops off the drop list. You will also either get Escha elixirs, or you will get the stones that you use to augment the Reisenjima gear. On top of that, whenever you kill an NM, you will also get an Vorseal that'll be unlocked. Vorseals are kind of like augments you can get. So after you've killed the NM, you can go to the NPC at the starting of that zone and talk to them and say you'd like to receive a Vorseal, and then go ahead and add whatever you want, whether it's like attack, strength, vitality, dexterity. There's just a wide variety of different Vorseals you can get, and there's also various ways you can get them. You can get Vorseals besides just killing all the Geas Fete NMs, but all the Geas Fete NMs do drop their own individual Vorseal, so killing each one of them will give you some kind of a Vorseal upgrade. So that pretty much covers, how the Geas Fete battle system works. There is, though, one other thing to go over, and that ties into the Aeonic ultimate weapons. So just to quickly go over how you would obtain an Aeonic weapon, you would first need to have cleared all of Rhapsody missions and beaten the Cloud of Darkness. After that, you go to Reisenjima and you go ahead and zone in, then go to the Biv or whatever the portal is to 8. Once you're at 8, you would talk to the goblin on the right. You're going to have to trade him about about, I think it's 1,600 beads. You would talk to him and keep saying that you want to learn more, and it's going to be all kinds of different bead amounts. After you've paid for everything, you can then come back to him once you've accumulated 50,000 beads. Once you have that many beads, you come back on the job that would basically be using the main weapon for Aeonic. So let's say that you wanted the Great Axe, you would need to come out on War. If you wanted Shield, you need to come out on Paladin. If you wanted Gun, you need to come out on either Ranger or Corsair, just as examples. So once you come out on like whatever the main class is for that weapon, you then talk to them, and then you'll say that you're going to pay the 50,000 beads, and you'll get a key item. Once you have that key item, you then need to go through and kill all the Geas Fete NMs, all the pop ones, in each of the 3 zones, starting with Zi'Tah. You have to go to Zi'Tah and kill every single NM. You need to kill all the tier 1s, all the tier 2s, all the tier 3s, and then, I know they're not called tier 4s, but whatever then the name is, they have, I think they're helms. You need to kill all the helm NMs. Once you've killed all the ones that are used to be able to pop from a question mark, you then go back to the goblin in Reisenjima and then talk to them, and then he will move you on to the next zone. You go through to the next zone, which is Escha Sky. You go and kill all the NMs that are there. Same thing. Order doesn't matter if you can pop them all or if someone else can pop them. You can kill all the high tier ones first and work your way backwards, or kill all the low tier ones first and work your way up. It doesn't really matter as long as you kill them all by the zone. Once you've cleared Sky, you go back to the Goblin again, and then you start on the Reisenjima ones, and same thing, you gotta go through and kill all of them. If at any point you like take a break and you forget what NMs you've killed, just go talk to the Goblin and they can tell you the progress on your weapon. Once you've cleared them all, you then just need to go get a Testament and Fragment from Dynamis, and then you are done and actually have an Aeonic weapon. And that pretty much sums up how the Geas Fete system works. Like I said, it's a pretty simplistic system, but it's also pretty good because you can just go out relatively quickly for the most part and just pop some NMs. There are always some exceptions, like sometimes you need 5 items off of Unity NM, and sometimes it can take a while to get them, even though you could just buy them. But if you're buying them, that's going to get expensive fast if you're trying to go through all the NMs. But yeah, it's a pretty good system. I enjoy it considering it just rewards people just for going through, even if they don't even need any or want any drops. So yeah, it's, like I said, I think it's a good system. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it, and may you have success in all you do.